Hey there, welcome back to this playlist on Tosca tips and tricks. Today we are going to talk about a reporting solution for Tosca. Now, most Tosca users do come and hit the same problem, which is about reporting. Well, we run our execution list, which looks great. It generates good results and logs in Tosca. But when we try to extract any meaningful data like pass fail results, we are drowned into manual ways of generating reports without any actual automation. Today, I'm going to show you an innovative way to bypass these Tosca reporting limitations using TCShell, a batch script, and a custom HTML dashboard, which can be generated using Python. This is the kind of solution no one will teach you, but you should absolutely use this. Now coming to Tosca, well, it gives detailed execution results, but when we want to automate the reporting part of it, we are stuck. There is no easy API unless we have Tosca Server. There is no native export of pass-fail results. There is no way to build dashboards without using any external tools. So instead of going around and finding solutions within Tosca, we try to go outside and find an innovative solution on our own. Now, this method, which I'm going to show you, will work even if you don't have Tosca Server. It uses TCShell, which is the Tosca command line interface, and it uses it to extract the execution list results directly from your workspace. You don't need to log in into Tosca Commander. You don't need to use Tosca Server. Now, why this matters? You are no longer tied to Tosca's reporting limitations. You are building your own reporting engine that's automated, customizable, shareable, it's CI/CD friendly, and then it is independent of Tosca Server. So let's talk more about how the solution works. So there are basically few batch files and few Tosca scripts which you need to prepare in order to run this solution. So first, we have to create a batch file which can convert our output and store it into a text file. So this will be like the pass-fail results from your execution list. Now this particular bat file will call another bat file, which is the scheduler bat file. Now this bat file will basically log in into your workspace and run a particular Tosca script. Now this Tosca script will contain some commands which will navigate to a particular execution list, and then it will get all the results from each execution list in your workspace. So that in turn will also contain another Tosca script, which will basically just get the results of your pass fail. Now, once you have all of these files, you just need to run the batch file which you created earlier, and then it will generate the TCShell output and it will store it in a text file. Now this text file will have all the final results, but it will still be in a text format, which is not very user interactive. Now to make it more user interactive, I have created a Python script which you can directly run in order to create your own Tosca dashboard with all the results, which will be converted from a text format into a HTML format. Now I have packaged the entire solution, which is the bat files, the TCShell scripts, the Python generator, and all the sample output files into a GitHub repository, which I will show you at the end of this video. So let's go to the actual solution. Let's look at all of these files which have been created, and then let's talk about what this file do and how you can run them to create your own HTML dashboard for Tosca. Now coming back to the actual solution, this is where I have created all the files which are required for the solution. It's inside a folder called batch. So the first file which we need to look at is the execute.bat file. Now this is the main bat file which will in turn call other bat files, and it will run the execution and it will store the results, right? So if I look at this particular bat file, it's just a single line of script. So what it does, it calls another bat file, which is scheduler batch file, and then it stores the results into the execution result.txt. So that's all it does, right? How you can create a bat file? Well, you just create a text file in Windows and then you save it as a .bat file. Okay, so that will make it an executable batch file. Now, the next thing we have to look at is this bat file, which is scheduler batch file.bat. So if I go back here and I can edit it in Notepad. So this contains basically the command to open the TCShell.exe, and then we can pass this parameters where we can pass the workspace path. So this is my workspace path, and then we can log in into the workspace using the username and password. So mine is a single user workspace, so I don't have any user credentials, so I can leave it empty. If you're working in a multi-user workspace, you can pass the username and password. Apart from this, I can also pass the script which I want to run in this tcshell.exe. So it will call this getResults.tcs file, which is nothing but a Tosca script. So the next thing which we have to look at is this getResults.tcs. What it contains? Well, it contains some commands to jump to a particular node. Now that's basically the folder path of my results, which is nothing but a execution list folder. It contains different execution lists, and for that, well, I have a query which will go into each execution list, and then it will call this particular script. Again, we have another script to basically get all the results. So if you look at this, it just runs the get command and it gets the number of test case passed and number of test case failed, and then it does it for each execution list. So that's all it does, and then it exits, right? Now, if you want to look at what are these execution lists, we can go into our project. This is my workspace, and inside this is the path which I have given here, which is the results folder. Now, as you can see, it has got two execution lists and it has got some pass and failed results, right? So here there are three passed, there are two failed, and here one test case has passed. How you can get the node path of a particular folder? Well, go to the properties and there you will find the node path of any object. In this case, it is an execution list folder. Okay. So if you want to give it some other folder, just get the node path and replace it in the script. Now, once we have created all these files, the only thing which we need to do is run this execute.bat file. Now you can run it multiple ways. You can double click on the batch file. It is an executable file, or you can just go to your command prompt and call this file. Now, before we go ahead and execute this, we need to remember that we need to close the workspace, or else it will get a locked message. You won't be able to execute it if Tosca is open in the background, right? So I'm going to close my workspace so that there is no deadlock between two processes trying to access the same workspace. Now I will go ahead and try to double click this and try to execute this. And you will see there is a finished message and it will close the window, right? Once it does, it will store the results in this particular file, which is inside my results folder. And if I open this, you will see it is in the text format. It is telling me what command it ran, and it will also tell that it found the license for me, and then the results. So for each execution list, it will tell me the number of test case passed and the number of test case failed. Well, that's all we are doing in this particular script. We can do a lot more, but for now, I have kept it simple. Now, this is great. You have got your execution list results outside your Tosca workspace without even opening that. So you have executed some script and you have grabbed the results from your workspace into this particular file. Now this is great, but it's not very interactive or user friendly, right? So to make it more interactive, what I did is I exported this results into an actual HTML dashboard. And for that, I used a Python script. Now it's not necessary to use Python, but for me, I just use a Python script. You can reuse it or you can use your own script to do that. There are multiple ways of doing that. Now, how we can generate this dashboard, right? So we have got this Tosca underscore parser. It's a Python file. And if I go here and I just execute this command, which is Python, and then I call the actual file.py, I hit enter, you will see dashboard generated at this. It's a HTML file. So I can go ahead and open this report. And here you can see it's a proper report or a dashboard which contains a list of execution lists. And then for each execution list, we have got the number of test case passed, the number of test case failed in a table. And then we also have some pie charts for better visualization with the number of passed test cases and number of failed test cases for each execution list. Now I have kept it very simple, but it's a way of generating your Tosca dashboard automatically without involving any Tosca reporting solutions, which are not very user friendly, and also they're not very customizable. Here it is pretty much customizable. I can change the Python script the way I want to display the results in this particular dashboard. I can get much more data I want to pull here by just changing the Tosca scripts and the batch files. Now, since we are using batch files, it is also CI/CD friendly because we can run those batch files in a CI/CD solution like Jenkins, and we can generate these HTML reports. So as you can see, it is quite user friendly, it is interactive, it is CI/CD friendly, and it is quite customizable. Now, if you want to look at the Python file, well, actually it is outside the scope of this particular video. But if you want to have a look, you can always go to the GitHub repository and open this file. It has got just one module which converts the Tosca log to HTML. So there's no need to go through this whole script and trying to understand it. You can just reuse this Python file. You just need to change a few parts like the base directory, the input file and output file if you want to reuse it. Now I packaged the entire solution, which contains the bat files and the TCShell scripts, the Python generator and the sample output in this GitHub repository. This is the URL, and you can see all the files here. You can go through the README file to understand more about this dashboard generator, the contents of this and the workflow, how to use it, how to configure it, what are the requirements. And if you want to contribute also, well, go ahead and pull or clone this particular repository and customize it as per your requirements. I'm going to leave all the details in the video description, and if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer. Now, as always, if you want to learn more tips and tricks, and if you found this particular video valuable, then hit that like and subscribe button. Also, you can drop a comment on what part of Tosca you want me to explore, or you want me to resolve any particular problem, then I would do that in my upcoming videos.